Hi guys, just wanted to do this quick video. If you are a restaurant and you are running Facebook ads and you want to improve your conversion rates, in fact, if you're a business and you're running ads and you want to improve your conversion rates, particularly for restaurants, is often most restaurants have an email list, a list of customers that have visited the restaurant. Perhaps it's through like your online booking systems, anything like that. Generally, a lot of restaurants, they have some kind of mailing list for their customers. What most restaurants aren't doing is actually using it. Now, obviously, a common way to use it is to actually email people. But as we've seen over the years, as email has become more and more thrashed by spammers and essentially ruined for us marketers, generally sending an email is not always the best course of action, and certainly does not usually result in a very high percentage of people actually seeing whatever it is you send. What we are seeing, honestly, at the moment, as I'm sure you are aware if you've been following us for any amount of time, is that Facebook Messenger now is absolutely the place to attract people. The way that you want to get people to subscribe to your Messenger channel, the way that you want to advertise your restaurant, is using Facebook ads. The problem that a lot of people have got is when they're actually running Facebook ads, they are, if they've got a pizza restaurant, they're targeting perhaps people that like pizza in the area, the location that they're in. And whilst that's great and it works, there's a lot of people in that list that probably aren't going to be necessarily appropriate, certainly aren't going to be ideal customers. Now, if you've got a list of people that have visited your restaurant, okay, and within that list, you can pinpoint just a couple, one or two, hopefully more, but even if it's just one or two people in that list that you really like as customers and you want to find more people like that person, there's a thing in Facebook called a lookalike audience. And what you can actually do is you can upload that list of favourite customers that you've got. So when you talk about favourite customers, what are we talking about really? We're talking about people that spend the most money, people that always bring lots of friends with them, people that are friendly as well, because just face it, no one likes to have someone that's just looking to complain in their restaurant all the time. Someone that fits all of those good traits that you see in a good customer, or a group of people that fit all of those traits. We can upload that list of people to Facebook, and Facebook will go away and it will look at all of the attributes of the people in the audience that you've uploaded. So, as long providing, of course, they've got a Facebook account, which most people do have, obviously, these days. It will look at all of the traits, all of the things they do, the activities, the amount they spend, the amount they earn, the types of things they follow. It will create a really detailed profile. They probably will end up understanding the person better than they actually understand themselves. I mean, Facebook, let's face it, knows everything about everyone these days. It gets the credit card information from credit card companies. It buys data from Google. It has Facebook Messenger. It has WhatsApp. It literally knows pretty much everything you're doing day in, day out. Kind of worrying in a way, but as marketers, this is great news, because then what Facebook does, it finds all those attributes and it looks around in the local area, in the location that you determine, to find people as similar as possible to that list that you've uploaded. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you how you can create that lookalike audience of your favourite customers so that you can actually start using it for your ads. And what you'll find is, if you're one of those people who's, perhaps similar to the example I gave a moment ago, targeting cold ads, perhaps people that are interested, like if you've got a pizza restaurant, pizzas in a certain area, by using this list or that you've got for your favourite clients, and creating a lookalike audience, that you're going to find that your conversion rates will increase dramatically, because what you'll be doing is not only will you be finding the people that are likely to spend the most money, but these are people that have already come through your marketing system, come into your restaurant and spend money. So by default, all of these people are going to be very, very likely to take you up on any offer that you're giving out through your advertising. So let's get started. So what I've done, I've actually created a fake list, if you like. So this has just got two names on it. It's got myself and it's got my good old mate Joe Blogs as well. So this is what I've done, is I've saved this as a CSV file. It's important. The easiest way to do it really is just to save your list as a CSV file. Maybe you've got first and last name and email. Maybe you've also got telephone number. Maybe you've got address. Whatever it is, main thing to have in there is their email. Anything else is really a bonus. If you've got more information than this, that's really not a problem. You don't have to delete it or anything like that. As long as you have a few columns of information, you're pretty much good to go. The email being one of the most important, or the most important. Once you've got your CSV list of your favorite customers, then what you want to do is you want to go over to Facebook and you click on create audience and you create custom audience. Okay. Now, when we create a custom audience, there's a number of different things you can create a custom audience around. So a custom audience is really a predefined group of people. So you can see here you've got people that have visited your website, perhaps taken certain actions, people that have visited your app, certain offline activity, perhaps there's people that have watched videos that you've got on your page. There's loads of really cool stuff you can do. We're going to go customer file because that's what we've got. That's what we're looking at the moment, like a list of our favorite customers. Now, it asks you whether or not the customer file includes lifetime value. So what lifetime value is just the amount that each customer is worth to you. Facebook likes to have that information probably for its own benefit, but also so it can report back conversion information to you when you run ads. Now, we don't have that. If you do, great, but we're going to choose one that does, for now, that doesn't include LTV. Once you've done that, you're going to come through to this page, and it's going to ask you to select the origin of the upload. For us, for most cases, when it's people that have directly booked with you, you can choose that you've got this information directly from customers. You need to make sure that you put the right source in there if you haven't got it directly from the customers. Then we upload our CSV file that we've already got. So click on upload there, go to downloads and email list test, open. Now we've uploaded that there. Now we just want to name our audience. So let's just call this test customer test favorite customer. Okay, you can tell that I'm English because I'm using you in favourite there. And we're going to click next. And what it's done here is it's looked at our list and it's just getting us to double check of the columns that we've got, what matches what. So you can see we've got first name Adam and Joe there, so we can click that. We can actually select first name, so that all the people in there are first name. Last name we've got my second name Cook, and then we've got blogs, Joe blogs. So we'll just click that as the last name, and it's already picked up that this column is email. Okay, so that's our 3 columns filled in. Upload and create the audience. Take a couple of seconds to create that. The more people you have in the list, obviously, the longer it's going to take. Now we've uploaded that. Now we have got an audience of 2 people that we've uploaded. So we could actually run ads to serve to those 2 people. We want to go one step further. We want to create the lookalike, which is where we get the dramatic increase in volume of people that we can target. So click on create lookalike audience. Now this is where we can choose we can tell Facebook to actually find people very similar to our list of favorite customers. So audience location, very, very important if you've got a restaurant or any brick and mortar business. I'm just going to put London in here just for example purposes. Okay, hang on. Let's just put United Kingdom. Now what you can do is when you actually set your ads up, so we've does it by countries here. When you actually set your ads up, you can refine it down to the city when you do the targeting. So we're going to select United Kingdom. Now you can see here it says different percentages. See 1%, 2%, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10. Now these lookalikes basically are the percent of differentiation in the demographics of people that Facebook is finding based on what you provided. So if that doesn't make much sense, then a better way of putting it is the lower the percentage, the more similar people are going to be to the people in the list that you provided. So a 1% audience is going to have people that are literally 99% similar in terms of their demographics, their interests, their behaviours, all that stuff. And the further you go out, the bigger the audience gets because the more people we can target. So you can see 1%, just to be clear on that, it's actually almost got 500,000 people already. So 2% we've got 837,000, 3% now we've hit 1.3 million. So what you want to do is actually create a 1% audience, 2%, 3%, 4% initially maybe, and just test the differences. Because what sometimes we found is that the sweet spot tends to be around 3 or 4%, and there's not much difference between a 4% audience results that you get and the results that you get with a 1%. But of course, the key difference being that we've only got just under 500,000 to target here. We go up to 4%. We've got almost 2 million people that we can target. So it dramatically increases the amount that we can scale our ads as well. So let's just do a 1% for now. Just bring that back down. And then we just click create. That creates the lookalike audience. Let's go up to the top here. Now you can see here we've got our test favorite customer audience. So this is the audience with just 2 people in. But then we've also got now our lookalike 1% audience, which is people that are 99% similar across the UK to the 2 people that we've defined in our target database there. So that's it really. Once you've got that set up, then when you go in to create your ads, all you have to do then is when you go to the audience targeting, select custom audience from the drop down and choose the lookalike that you've chosen. And obviously if you've got a specific location, then make sure that you put underneath that you want to target people in, say London, Birmingham, wherever it might be that you're based, and it will ensure that you target people that are very, very similar to your favourite customers in your local area. And that is going to dramatically increase your conversion rates, dramatically increase the results that you get in, so that you really end up with a lot more profit on the back end. If you've got any other strategies that you guys use, that you've done, that you find work really, really well in terms of audience building and stuff like that, I'd love to hear them. If you've got any questions alternatively about this particular tactic, drop us a comment, drop us a message, get in touch, and I'll do my absolute best to answer any questions that we get. I really, really want to help people as much as possible to get successful and profitable Facebook ads. So thanks very much for your time once again, and I hope to see you all again soon.